Hey Bill, Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and with the help of my GoPro camera, I'm going to show you how I cut your tinted lenses for your Ray-Ban 2132 size 55. I'm going to demonstrate on color 622, which is the black rubber, but these will fit any Ray-Ban new Wayfarer size 55 color that you have. I'm going to take your lenses out of their protective sleeves they come to. How's that? That's the G15. First things first, let me put your Italian frame into my Santinelli edger. My Italian Santinelli edger. The stylus is going to come up and trace the shape of your right lens, then it's going to scoot over and trace the shape of your left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You buy the frame and you get free clear prescription or non-prescription fashion lenses. Of course, you upgraded to the tinted, and you're going to see how I cut them, and I'm going to show you how to pop them in and out. So I'm going to pull up the shape of your lens on the computer, and if this were a prescription pair, I'd put in your pupillary distance, but because it's not, I'm just going to slide it over and have it match the frame's PD. These are polycarbonate lenses being cut for a Xyle frame, which is an old school name for plastic. So I need to put this block on here for while it's cutting. So I'm going to put the block here. I'm going to use a little 3M sticky pad. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to stick that on one side, pull the tape away, and I'm going to put your lens in the blocker, and then there we go. Let's do the same thing for your left lens. Although since these are non-prescription, this could be left, it could be right. Who knows? Just for fun, let's go ahead and make this the right lens. So, put this into the chuck. Hello, Chuck. And hit start. And the first thing that's going to happen, these calipers are going to come down to trace the shape of your frame. The shape of the right side of your frame onto the lens to make sure it's large enough to cut out. This whole process should take about 15 minutes. It's now 8:14 on Friday, May 2nd, 51 degrees in my hometown of Durham, North Carolina. I can only imagine how nice Phoenix is right now. You definitely need some good tinted lenses. Now it's tracing the convex side of the lens, which is away from the face. The actual cutting wheel is down here on the bottom. It's that lighter color wheel, like a heavy grit sandpaper that's going to grind away into polycarbonate. This wheel in the center with that little channel is what's going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I will have to close the door, but for now, I want you to see as your lens touches down on the cutting wheel. So your lenses are the polycarbonate material. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. It is bulletproof up to 22 caliber. It has both UVA and UVB protection in them. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from overexposure. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so this is permanent sunscreen for your eyes. You will never have to reapply. If you notice, your lens is still completely flat all the way around like a nickel. It would stand up on its own. Now it's putting the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. If you notice, water has just kicked in. Polycarbonate cuts dry, where plastic and high index cut wet. It's cleaning off any optical debris, optical sawdust that may be there, although ironically, as soon as it comes out, I'm going to put even more on there. So this is kind of a wasted go-around. This is the classic G15 that Ray-Ban came up with. It was originally designed for, that's a purple light, so that's why I'm holding it over here. It was originally designed for sailors to stop the glare in the U.S. Navy during World War II. They were coming off the water, so this will be great on the water, although I don't know how much water you have there around Phoenix other than what's on the golf course. So I'm going to take this off, dry your lens off so I don't drop it because it's slippery. That's embarrassing on live TV. Now I used to have a little bit of rough edges, so I'm going to get my car keys out of the way and go over to my handstone, which is completely flat. I can put my hand on it while it's running. And my hand does get warm due to friction, but that's about it. So I'm putting on what's known as the safety bevel. We have this white powdery substance here that I'm going to scrape off your lens. It is called Schwarf. And once it's all off your lens, I'm going to leave it on the counter. And I do this so much I have a V-shaped bevel worn into my thumbnail from doing this. And once it's all off the lens, I collect it here cleanly and neatly onto the counter, and then I wipe it on the floor. And this is where I say, kids, stay in school. I went to school for years to learn how to make a mess. Stay in school and learn to make a mess like me. So I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner first, and using my thumbs, I push down at the nose. It snaps right in. But it's actually a little bit more give, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this back out, and you can take your original lenses out by using your thumb and pressing down at the nose. I have the frame pointed downward. I grab the left side of the frame with my left hand. I use my fingers to pull back a little bit, torque the frame. You're not going to hurt your frame, and then at the same time, use your thumbs to push down. I'm going to take that down by hand on the handstone, but for now I'm going to flip this over and take this down 1/10 of a millimeter for the left side. Just like before, this is going to trace the concave side of the lens first, closest to your eyelashes. Then it's going to scoot over and trace the convex side away from the face. These little tabs are what's left over from the mold when they actually inject the polycarbonate into the mold. Those squeeze out. The little Play-Doh fun factory. And I do apologize for my voice. This is my first year ever getting allergies. Grew up here in North Carolina. You think I'd be used to it, but no! Part of the aging process. Of course, it beats the alternative. You either learn to deal with it or jump in a hole. So as that cuts, I'm going to close the door. I no longer need this block, so I'm going to take this block off. Pull that aside. And I'm going to go around the edge of your lens. And I'm going to take the equivalent of 1/10 of a millimeter off all the way around the edge of your lens so that it'll pop in there neatly. Tuck this in at the outside corner using my thumbs. Press down, that snaps in a lot better. So one thing I want to do is get your lens ready for shipping. These are foam sleeves that the multi-billion-dollar labs send me. They're very expensive invisible bifocals with transitions, anti-glare, polarized lenses. This is what they ship the expensive lenses to me. This is a Ray-Ban 2132, size 55, and this is the tinted G15. That is a 5. That is a 5. I apologize for my handwriting. Although, I just protect them against scratches because your lenses are actually unbreakable, so there's no harm that's going to come to your lens. I do want to clean this off. I'm going to use my optical grade acetone to clean any of the fingerprints off. I do not want any of my fingerprints on the lens when it comes to you. That way you cannot turn me into the FBI and collect that big reward. Now, the microfiber cleaning cloth that I am using, I will be including one with your purchase, as well as instructions on how to care for your cleaning cloth so it will last you for years. That is one lens done. I'm going to set that there. Actually, so it doesn't vibrate. Let me set that there for now. Take the left lens out, dry it off. Back to the handstone, back to the safety bevel real quick. Back to scraping that off. And my wife hates it when I wipe this on the floor. Sorry, honey. So in her honor, just this one time, I'm going to show you how far I have to walk to get that to the trash can. I'm going to collect it all up, get it in my hand. Now follow me to the trash can. Who has time to do that in the course of a work day? I don't. I'm very busy. That's why I just throw it on the floor. So in order to see if this one fits, I rotate the side I'm working on closest to me. When I was doing the right side, I had it here. Now for the left lens, I turn it this way. I'd have the frame upright. I tuck it in at the outside corner closest to me, and using my thumbs, push down, snaps in perfectly. Let me pop your lens back out. Pull that sticker off. Use my optical grade acetone to clean your lenses off. Now I am going to give a quick, hold these up to the light to do a final inspection to make sure there are no blemishes on these lenses. I gotta keep up quality control. I'm a one-man show here. I work 7 days a week. Weekdays I work 15 to 16 hours a day. On the weekends I'm lazy. I cut back to 12 hours a day. Plus, my wife wants me to take her out to dinner. So let me make sure these are blemish free. They are. Now, if anyone out there has any questions, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. I'll be glad to answer them to show you what I can and cannot do, although there's almost nothing I cannot do with the lens. So that is it. I really appreciate you getting your lenses from me. If I can be any more help, I'm only email away. Everyone else, I hope you enjoyed watching as I bring that loving feeling back to glasses. Thank you.